What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty in the booth with Rob Roby, aka Mix, in the new crib.
Yo.
Yeah, looking clean in the back with their fresh dicer. Yeah. So you already know what time it is. Unfortunately, we will not have Forbes on the pod with us. We did bring on Pecan on the podcast last week. I did offer him, but he's out of town. He's all the way in Dallas. So me and Mix rocking, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all boys, man. We have not seen these premier games, man. Like, it was a busy day. Yeah, man. I had a crazy week at school. Had this big test I had to come up and do. So I'm gonna be honest, while we're going through the premier games, there's one I know for sure. There's one premier game I know for sure, which I know y'all waiting on. But I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I go through each game, you know, as we kind of talk about it, just look at the score. Let me see if I could just bring up also the can I bring it up? Yeah, I can. Oh, I gotta cut the volume off. But yeah, definitely not gonna be making any money from this podcast because you already know a 50 Cent track gonna get played. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into this. But before we do, Rob, I mean, how things been going, man? How you feeling?
Man,
back on the pod,
great,
man.
Hey, you know, I was a victim of the slumlord situation, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I finally had to get out of there, man. But everything is good. The move was good, man. I'm getting my game room together. Let me show you something, man. I got a lot of stuff, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Got one of these about to hook up, man. I got a PlayStation joint back there. I got a lot of stuff about to hook up in here, man. So it's gonna look crazy, man. But I've had this stuff for a while, but my old crib, it was not conducive because of my neighbor and crazy stuff, man. So I never got to fully hook it up, but now I got all my stuff. I'm ready, man. So,
oh yeah, it's about to be crazy pods now with the objects in the back. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, about to get crazy, man.
Yeah.
So I've been looking for a cougar, man. I was looking for a cougar to put on the wall in the back, man.
I thought you was talking about a different type, but
Oh no, hey. Hide your aunties, guys. Hide your aunties.
Hide your aunties from Mix. Yeah. About to have to hide aunties from me. Your boy 30 this year. It's crazy. I never thought that time would come, man. That's crazy.
I remember I was 30, man.
Yeah. Woo. I'm a cherish
30,
it,
man. Those are the days, man. Yeah. Love it, man.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. You know, you got to be old anytime you say, never mind, let me chill. But
you got me. Hey, I had it coming, man. Yeah. Hey, only you can make that joke, man. Nobody else can make that joke, man.
Yeah. Now, let's go ahead and dive into these games. I at least know the lives. I don't know how many. I seen you was at some of the lives this week, Mix.
Yeah.
So you might remember a couple of them. But let's go ahead and dive into the first one, man. LSU versus Florida. Now, this live stream game was fire, man. I remember being on the podcast last week, and I believe it was Pecan who went against. He said, "Hey, man, I got Florida winning this thing," and I chose LSU. Of course, the spreads are what I believe is going to happen, and Florida. I did say that I wouldn't have been shocked if they did somehow find a way to win this game. They definitely made it close, and for a second there, I'm not going to lie, I thought that Florida was able to pull away enough to try to win it. But great comeback, man, by LSU and to seal their undefeated streak so far within this season. I got to play the bell early on for my boy KC though, because of karma. Boy, I ain't see karma hit so hard, man. He was talking crazy about Jaden Young, about the interceptions. Now, he didn't throw as many picks as Jaden Young in that game. Jaden Young threw 5 in that loss against Oklahoma. But his first loss coming here after throwing 3 was just like, oh, man, they were roasting him in the chat. It was tough. It was tough times. This was a rain game, too, as you can see from the picture, and too much passing from both sides, really. I mean, they came in here, were like, what rain game? They didn't expect that. No game plan for it at all. Zach Tank still kind of did what he did. He didn't get 4 yards per carry or anything, but he was close. He was still explosive. The run game, I think, was pretty much there for both squads, but they just didn't do it enough. And the big story of the game was Jeremy, I think it's Jeremy Finley. I might be wrong about that.
But Tony Finley.
Yeah, Tony Finley. Yeah, Tony Finley with 2 amazing Moss catches in the end zone, man. Well, One was in the end zone, which was his first one. The second one, he just snatched it right off of, I think that was Kong Morris's head as he tried to go for it, and then he ran it in the rest of the way. But final score 28-17. LSU 4-0 in this season. Florida dropping his first game, but still looking good, 3-1. Any thoughts on this game and these two teams?
Yeah, man, that kid might be the quarterback, man. He's always in the game. I've been watching him, this season so far. I really want to see how he continues, to, move this team and management. A very good game manager. Obviously, what kept, LSU, I think, in this game competitively was obviously with Robinson, man. The earlier on struggles, giving away the football and everything. However, that defense held him down for quite a long time because this could have easily been a blowout,
Yeah.
with the snatchies. That man Finley though, man, absolutely went crazy. They could not guard this man. I'm feeling like this. It wasn't just Finley though. I thought there was another, like, was it a tight end that was giving them some buckets as well?
I think there's a
Um,
couple catches by the tight end, but
yeah,
Finley was mainly it. We've seen
yeah, yeah. He was going
some
crazy,
catches
man.
from Bobby Winbush,
Yeah, Wimbush.
and
Yeah.
there was a Moss catch for Florida. I believe that was Khalid Lyman, who had that
Hmm.
one touchdown. You see, he had 3 for 63 and that touchdown there,
Yeah.
but 2 touchdowns, 7 catches, 150 for Finley in that game, man. So I think he was really the determining factor, and he won Player of the Game in that one. So I mean, that was big time deal, a big time impact to help LSU get over the hump on the road and the swamp. So that was huge,
Yeah.
and it's
I think
crazy the history behind
also
it.
yeah, I think also with Tank, man, like, I know he had 22 carries, but man, they really needed to lean on him a little bit more in this game because he was kind of abused for a little bit every time he got the ball against that defensive line. So
Hmm.
I kind of wish that sometimes the game would manage a little bit better and realize, like, oh, this is working here. Let's continue to do this because this guy, when we get to that level where the game knows like this is working, why go away from it?
Yeah,
Then that's when we really are going to have some serious AI, man. Because Tank should have probably had about 35 carries the way
yeah,
he was running in this game, man.
definitely, definitely. So we had first game of the week kicked off right there. Big dub, LSU, keeping undefeated. Second game, we had the ACC Conference Championship rematch between Virginia Tech and Clemson. Almost the same identical score from that game a year ago, as Clemson was able to best Virginia Tech with ease, 36-6. Now, I wouldn't. I say the wrong thing. Was it with these? Not really. It was a slow start for Clemson. Virginia Tech was looking good, but they just were not capitalizing on opportunities to score points, and that's really what killed them, man. And although Oliver didn't have a single touchdown pass, he threw an interception. Most of the way, I mean, he was looking pretty good until that pick, and I mean, you can't really put too much of that game on him. There was definitely opportunities where things could have worked out better, and play calling in some situations just did not work out, and execution didn't work out. Some crucial drops. The tight end did good, Edgar. But other than that, I mean, really wasn't nothing going, as you can see, for Virginia Tech to be able to capitalize on. Clemson started to finally get it going. TSJ continues to be a problem. It's his second game. He didn't get 100 yards in, but I mean, again, he's close. There hasn't been a single game this season where he hasn't got at least 90, and he found the end zone. Bo Sanders had his second 100-plus yard running game, and he found the end zone 3 times. So this kid's just been killing it in that regard early on in the season. I believe he had only 14 touchdowns last year, and I think he's got 10 right now. So he's on a trajectory to even get even more than what he had last year, just a couple of weeks potentially. But final score 36-6. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, man. Clemson is just like a boa constrictor, man. I mean, I'm honestly, with Ohio State streak, right, that they've had, this team, even that they've kind of been not short lived, but they haven't really had, in my opinion, as far as RFL goes, right, they haven't had as big of a storyline as Ohio State yet. But they're right there, man. They
Yeah.
are they are right there, bro. And if not, they probably have kind of exceeded Ohio State in a bit as far as that perennial powerhouse, right? And so, I didn't think that Virginia Tech was going to win this game at all. I didn't see the full game to this, but what I can tell you is that when I see Clemson play, this is just about mismatches and matchups, right? And eventually, even if they get a slow start, even if you come in, man, and you got the foot on the gas with these guys, like eventually they start to wear down teams, and then you start to see the mismatches, and then you start to see like if Colorado ain't killing you, boy, then Simpson's killing you. If Simpson ain't killing you, then Sanders is killing you, and if Sanders ain't killing you, somebody's killing you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so, Clemson, man, this is a very, very scary team, man. And honestly, this is light work here. 36-6, that's light work for them, man. So I think that this is a team, in my opinion, bro, that is slowly starting to become that like legacy powerhouse team.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, they're a championship
And
away from tying Ohio State.
Yeah, bro.
3
And I don't
consecutive
think
times,
this
just
team
like
can
they
be
did.
stopped. Like I don't really think these guys can be stopped, man. I think what's gonna cripple them is a draft.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
once
that's the
Bo
only
and
thing
them
that's gonna
boys
stop
go,
these guys.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a draft. So hopefully they're recruiting. Hopefully they beat Cruton. I'll be Cruton in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Because who gonna stop them?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's definitely looking crazy. Not the number
Yeah.
one team in the country for no
Yeah.
reason. They're definitely living up to it, getting the job done. They had a few scares already,
Yeah.
but I mean, good teams find
Yeah.
a way to win, as
Of
always.
course.
The following game after this was heavily shocked, man. Oklahoma State was the team that was expected to win. There was a lot of hype coming in this season around the true freshman, the user-submitted player, Kareem Douglas. Will I blame these losses, though, these last 2 weeks on him? I would say no. If you watch this game, it was a lot of, and even Pecan mentioned this as he was calling it, a lot of vertical play. No, not enough vertical play, too much horizontal. So you're just seeing a ton of bubble screens and stretch run plays and things that weren't getting up the field to get you yards. And that was the same mistake they made last week against Texas, where I even had them as a favorite in that one, just based off of how they looked in those first 3 games. Granted, they didn't play anybody that serious. I just felt like they were a decent looking team. They were able to knock off Arkansas, who isn't all too bad. And I'm like, okay, Texas, we saw what happened to them last year. They're going to have to earn their keep. Ended up getting stumped 45-7. Then they go up here against Colorado. Colorado finally breaks into the top 25 this week. And granted, they're undefeated and they're a pretty good team too. So, but still, I feel like where Oklahoma State was at, what we knew they had, this is a game you expect them to win. On the road and in Boulder, and they got ran over like by a boulder or Buffalo, whatever it is that came out of there. They got ran over and pretty bad, almost doubled their points. 39-20, the final score. Great showing from the quarterback, Denbo. The run game really couldn't get going, I'd say, on either side, but Zolak was breaking some crucial tackles, keeping them going. And he had a nice connection, as you can see on the stat sheet there, with Chester, his top receiver, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns on 11 connections. So Colorado, 4-0. They got a user-submitted cornerback out there who's the highest-rated cornerback in the college series at a 99. I'm not sure how much he's keeping up with his squad. We knew he was around from time to time. His first live game, though, turns out very well. 39-20, the final score, 4-0. Oklahoma State 2-2. What's your takeaways?
Yeah, I didn't really see much of this game either. But one person that stands out here is Hogue, man, that wide receiver. So I think I've called. Have I called a game or two?
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, man.
You might have.
Or maybe I've just been watching them. But yeah, Hogue, man, very impressive. So nine receptions, 123 yards, is crazy. So, yep.
Yeah, he had some big catches and stuff in that game. And that's usually when they try to go vertical. Didn't do enough of that. But yeah, big dub for Colorado. Just breaking in. I'm pretty sure this is definitely going to jump them up because Oklahoma State was ranked coming into that game. So that was it for the live games before the Game of the Week live game. Let's get into the premier games. Not really too much to talk about here. TCU expected to get the win. Final score was 24-6. And their defense did a good job based off the statistics I've read. Again, I didn't get to see much of any of the premier games, unfortunately, guys. And, my guys are usually clean that up, going more into detail, like Forbes and Pecan. They're not here, and again, Mix is coming back. So we're just really just reading off what we've seen and what stands out statistically. And TCU wise, it looks like their defense was just doing work. They were able to pick off Kansas' quarterback 4 times within this game, all 4 different players. And they got the best of the Jayhawks, man. Beat them by 18, 24-6. Anything you see on the stat sheet, or you want to get into Mix? I don't know if you know your camera.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm trying to fix it now.
Okay.
No, great win by TCU though, man. I'm trying to get it together right now.
Okay. Yeah, not really too much to go off on here. Kansas not ranked. TCU undefeated though right now. They're 4-0, so that's pretty interesting. We'll see how long they can keep that up. Remember TCU back in the day in the mod era used to be a pretty big deal. We had some pretty notable user prospects go there, get drafted in the RFL, and do very well in the league. Big names, of course, as most noticeable. You talk about the receivers that were out there, including their quarterback with Devontae Sharkley, Amari Harris, and the quarterback Miles McCain. Yeah, Giovanni Diggs come out of there. So a lot of big notable names that are starting players in the RFL. They're not the same kind of program they used to be in terms of that notoriety. I haven't seen anybody. There's no user players here at TCU, so that's been the case for the past 2 seasons since the mod era has ended. And we'll see if they could keep this streak going. Maybe teams might be interested to come back to TCU and try to get things going, But we will see. The second premier game, FCS versus Miami. Now, Miami, they were waiting for this FCS game, man. These guys were talking and saying, hey, man, everybody else doing all this damage against the FCS teams. Wait till we play one. And, boy, they dropped the 80 clip on them boys. 80-0. Absolutely no points scored, and all the points scored themselves. I'm going to try to go into the statistics. I'm looking at from the side here. Let's see, they were home. Okay, yeah, I just found them right here. Just looking statistically, things that pop out. Let's see how many turnovers they were able to get. There was no turnovers. No turnovers whatsoever within this game from either side. Hope maybe that's a typo. I didn't get to see this game. I'm sorry, guys. But a bunch of scoring. I think Miami was just getting stopped so fast that they were just getting rid of the ball. And that's the time. Yeah, something's got to be glitched out here because it says time of possession is 0 for FCS East. Something's definitely wrong there.
80 clip is crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't know they put up 80 on these guys. Jesus.
Yeah, FCS did them pretty bad, man. The only other teams that put up 80 or more was Oregon and Ohio State. Dante Taylor had a really good performance, over almost 400 yards passing with 381, 5 touchdowns within that game. He graced the poster. I'll play the bell for CP though, man. My guy CP. Forgot to take the pictures. Apologize again, guys. Mick's trying to get his camera fixed, so you'll see I'm kind of out of position right now on the camera. So hopefully, guys. Okay, he's back, so we should be good. Matty King finally had himself a big game, and it had unfortunately against FCS. Man, we know how it's been looking against FBS so far this year. Hasn't looked too good. But he had almost 250 at 241 and 4 rushing touchdowns. So he definitely stepped out, did his thing. They even got their backup running back, Khalil Harris, who likes to step in from time to time, getting it done. He had a touchdown. And receiving-wise, 2 receivers over 100 yards, which was Rashad Mitchell with 105. And then you had Dante Valentine, the transfer from Penn State, coming over with 7 for 104 and 3 touchdowns. So he finally has himself a really big game. And even Corey Polly, man, CP3 with 2 touchdowns, 80 yards. He didn't break over 100 in that one, but offense was just absolutely flying. Defensive-wise, let's see what they got. 2.5 sacks to lead the team was Jacquez Edwards. So that was their sack leader right there. How many sacks total here? That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total sacks in this game. No interception. So they might have been right, man. There might not have been a single turnover in this game from either side. Let me just check the quarterback one more time.
Is this the most? Is 80 the most yet? Or is
Ohio State had 88 points on FCS.
88 points, Jesus.
Yeah, and
man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They don't even show FCS on here, so you can't even look at FCS stats. I forgot
So
about
is
that.
88 the record?
88 is definitely the record all
Okay.
time against the team. Of course, we're not going to count FCS matchups like that, but still, they even
Yeah,
scored
yeah, yeah.
a high amount as well. But still a
There's no
good
more
feat.
FCS games though. They're over now,
And
right?
after this week, that was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
last one that was
Great, man.
shown. Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. Now we getting
Yeah.
into the action. I
Guys,
see.
guys getting a little delirious right now, man, with these FCS games, man.
Yeah, and
Yeah, yeah.
MNFL says 80 points is wild, even against the FCS. And that is definitely facts. Definitely
Yeah,
facts,
yeah.
especially if you didn't force any turnovers and you did that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Facts.
big time. Um, anything you want to say about? I mean, you already talked about the points being scored. It's FCS. Not really too much to say. They did what was
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
expected, a little bit more than expected, but they lived up to what they said they were going to do
Yeah.
to the FCS team.
Well, it's funny because CP has been kind of chatty about these FCS schools, man. These guys in these games, man. So if you didn't put up 80, he's gonna look down on you, man. You know what I mean? I know how he is. So if you scored, you went 40 or 50 points. Not enough, guys. Got to get 80. It's the 80 standard. 80 standard, man. It's got to have 80. Otherwise, you're not that great, man.
80 or you
So,
cooked.
yeah, man. Facts.
Then moving on to the last 4 p.m. game on Wednesday, we had Georgia Tech. They out here claiming some dubs. They're not
Yes.
ranked yet though. Still, I'm play the bell there. But 34-20 is the final score. They were able to get over Stanford. I'm gonna try to pull them up in the game and pull out some outstanding statistics from this one. Georgia Tech though, just to say about Georgia Tech is 3-2, 3-2 right
3-2.
now.
Okay.
So I mean they're
Okay.
at least 500.
What was their what
Over
was the
500.
projection for them?
I think it was
Four and
like
something. Was
seven,
that
7 and 5. Some people, I
seven
think
or
it was like
something?
6-6
Yeah.
might have been 6-6, seven
Uh,
five, something like that. I believe I said. I can't
okay.
really remember. But
Well, Carter said, "Nah, not this year, guys."
yeah, they had a lot more total yards of offense, over 200 more, almost 200 more total yards of offense more than Stanford. Within this one, the run game was big time, as you see the guy gracing this profile picture. They had a total of 208 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns within this game. Looking at the turnovers, Stanford was actually able to get two. Georgia Tech got 2 turnovers on Stanford. And time of possession, I mean, they were up almost 13 minutes pretty much in that category. No turnovers from KJ Smith. Took care of the football, had 240 through the air, a touchdown, no interceptions. The running back, Freddie Hall, who's on this picture right now. He had 170 rushing yards on
Ooh,
27 carries and a
fire.
touchdown. So he definitely tore it up in that game. Receiving yards for them, no 100 plus yard receivers there. Looking at the defensive side of things, 2.5 sacks by Ken Lincoln. So Ken Lincoln was able to get in the backfield there to lead them there. And then 2 interceptions from the middle linebacker for Georgia Tech. And I think that's Sateki Cone. That's his name. So big time performance by Georgia Tech, man, getting it done. Those two turnovers, both by him. So I mean that's pretty
Nice.
big. Looking at the quarterback, 2 interceptions they were able to get on Stephen Stoneburner. And of course, those both to the linebacker. He had just barely over 200 yards passing, and really nothing else really to get into here. Minimal sacks. They only were able to get 2.5 sacks on Georgia Tech. So good job by KJ
Okay.
Smith getting that ball out of his hands and everything else. Thoughts on Georgia Tech, Stanford? Anything?
Hey, man, just keep going on Georgia Tech, man. Definitely want to see. I remember when they added the extra users to this team. I said, you know what? Maybe these guys are gonna, change the culture a little bit here, man. So I think they're on the right pathway, man.
All right, and we move on to the next premier game that we had. Starting at 6 p.m. games, man. USC coming off a
Woo.
heartbreaking
That
loss
boy,
last
Mario
week.
cooking, man.
Yes, Vario got it done, man. Almost got it done against Penn State
Yeah. Is
last
that his
week,
photo?
man. That was he took all the photos, man. And he's been doing
Okay.
great with the
All right.
photos.
Good
But
job, man.
yeah, 65-3 over Rutgers. Absolutely incredible
Sheesh.
performance. Team still not ranked. And I think, you know, if they had been able to beat Penn State last week, I'm pretty sure they would have got ranked. But just not yet. So they just need to keep pounding, keep winning, and beat the next best team that comes their way. And this is how you show that you can get it done. It's definitely how you show you can get it done. Severo, we know he's been putting in work in the lab. Yeah, and the takeaways I see from this game, about even a little 3 more minutes than Rutgers in terms of time of possession. 5 interceptions, though. 5 interceptions in this game. And
wait, Rutgers had 5 or USC had 5?
Is this saying interceptions? 5 turnovers you're shooting. Yeah, 5 turnovers. I'm about to say 5 interceptions. That's crazy. But 5 turnovers by USC in this game. They turned the ball over one time. Getting a look at Baylor Kennedy. He had 4 touchdowns, a true freshman. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Over 400, almost 450 passing yards. He's been doing a great job coming in, handling business. Hare only didn't run too well. Under 3 yards per carry, 17 for 47. Got a touchdown. Shoemaker's been making some big plays for USC this season as a generic receiver. 7 catches, 177 yards. Found the end zone twice. Rohan Boxey has been balling. 141 receiving for him. 8 catches, a touchdown, and then Maddox even got in the end zone for a touchdown. So the true freshman got some receivers out there, some real ballers. And 3 interceptions by 1 cornerback, and that was Kevin Book. So Kevin Book was just all over Rutgers there.
How many rushing yards did the backup have for USC?
The backup.
There's 2 of them. There's Dom Hare and there's another one.
Woody. It's Woody.
Woody, yeah.
Amari Woody. He only had 32 on 7 carries, which is actually a good average, 4.6 yards per carry. So he did his thing. Defensive wise, you know, we talked about those 5 turnovers, 3 of them coming from the cornerback Book. I think he won Big Ten Conference Player of the Week. John Kennedy, the transfer from Miami, he got a pick, as well as Pat Horn. So those are some names to really, you know, point out there, getting the job done. Book even having 2 pass deflections to go along with it. And yeah, not really too much to say. Rutgers just did in, quarterback threw 1 pick, had less than 200 yards passing. USC getting it done, man.
Big salute to Silverio, man. I forgot that I did not link your photos, so I've just put them in the USC chat right now for you, bro. So
I think
there they are, man.
I think I put them in.
You put them in there
for you? Yeah, I might have.
Okay. I think he wanted the Penn State ones, is what it was.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. So I just linked him to it. So.
Gotcha.
They're there, bro. Yep.
All right. Next big win right there though for Severio, man. As they're able to get it done after a heartbreaking loss. SMU getting it done against Cal. These teams not really, you know, standout teams. SMU is ranked though. SMU was ranked 20th coming into this matchup. We expected them to beat Cal. I think they covered the spread too. So I mean, they got the job done. Talking about SMU, their quarterback Soels. I think it's Soels. That's how you pronounce it. But Devontae Soels. So and Wells.
S-O-W?
Yeah,
Soels.
Yeah, he had 2 touchdown passes, over 400 yards passing, and he also ran in the end zone. So he really had 3 touchdowns. He fumbled 3 times in that game though, but yeah, able to put up 3 touchdowns. That's big for them. The run game was horrible though. He only had 19 yards on 10 carries. They're running back, but 148 yards receiving off 12 catches for Parker Core for SMU as he found the end zone as well. Defensively, 3 sacks. Defensive tackle named Tevin Lynch. He had 3 sacks there. Jarek Root I had 2, so they were able to get in the backfield. Let me see, that's 5, 6, 7, 8 total sacks SMU was able to have within this game. Cal, do they have anything really going? Doesn't appear to have. I mean, 388 yards for Ben Calcaterra, the quarterback for them, but no touchdowns, an interception, looking bad. And the run game was limited, only 7 carries for their top back. And Ragamba, I think that's how you say his name. He had 36 yards on 7 carries, which is a 5.1 yard per carry average. but no touchdowns. No touchdowns. Cal Katerra did find the end zone at least with his legs, so he did that.
Man, next year with these generics, bro, I'm gonna go in there and try to fix the names, man. Some of these names are just like a foreign like another language, you know.
some of them would get a little bit crazy, and then they like to be repetitive, kind of with some of these last names too. Man. So, yeah,
I'm telling you, bro.
And the next game we had Tulane, man. Tulane has been putting teams down heavy. They were expected to win by 40. They win by real life today, didn't they? They won too today, pretty considerably. They were expected to win by 40, won by 41, beat North Texas. I mean, everyone's been talking about North Texas early on in the season when they saw that we were in the top 25. Like, man, these guys need to get out of there. They fell out the ranks already losing before, but Tulane, man, they're really looking like that team. I believe they're part of the American Conference. I might be wrong on that. They are an American Conference. You can see it on the patch on the uniform, but just absolutely ran it up, handled business like they were supposed to. I'm trying to see where that game is so I can start talking about some of these statistics here. Okay, there goes Tulane. Tulane, the quarterback, man, has been a beast, man. Devin Norden, a high-rated quarterback. He's 94 overall. There was a lot of talk about him. Coming into the season, knowing they had the weapon with Zion Taylor. 4 touchdown passes, only 1 interception thrown by Norden, 284 yards passing. Had 2 touchdowns by the running back, I think it's Draj. Armin Draj, who had 214 yards, 2 touchdowns. As you can see him gracing this poster. I mean, he was running all over North Texas, and 97 yards to lead the team for the receiver I mentioned, Zion Taylor. He had 13 catches, found the end zone, as well as the tight end, Balaga. You had Bale find the end zone for him, and Draj himself, the running back. So he had 3 total touchdowns in this game. Defensively, not a lot of sacks going on here. It looks like they only had 3.5 total sacks. 2 interceptions by Trinidad, which is the cornerback for Tulane. And really nothing going for North Texas. The only touchdown they got was their quarterback, George Lawrence, throwing one in, but he threw 2 interceptions. So at the end of the day, North Texas, they got stumped on, man. What's your thoughts on Tulane, though, man? It's one thing to see a team that you don't expect to do too well. Okay, they're playing, teams that aren't that great, we know. But to beat them the way that they've been doing it, I mean, they're almost consistently beating lower end teams by 40 points. They beat even Mississippi State by 40 points. 48 points. It was 58-10 when they played them. And, that's a SEC team, no matter how you slice it. I mean, that's a big dub. And they're winning very easily in all their contests so far. I could see them being a playoff team. Most people expect them to be a playoff team. What's your thoughts on them, man? Do you think they make the playoff? The American Conference is theirs to take. I mean, you can also talk about how Memphis is undefeated right now, but they haven't really played talent like that. And the guys they did play are kind of on the level of what Tulane played, but they're not blowing teams out like they are. Is the American Conference Tulane's to take? Most people even expecting them to go undefeated this season.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a possibility. I think that's also the beauty. That's why I'm just so happy that we have an actual college game because what we're starting to see now is we're starting to see the college atmosphere of all of the schools now starting to make an impact on the RFL, right? And so you have a team like, Tulane 6-0. And, man, I'm just looking at the points for, man, 295 points for and 52 points against, man. I mean, that's pretty good, man. So that 19 overall, that sounds pretty scary right now. Now, we have to look at, the rest of the schedule. We need to look at, who they played. We need to be able to kind of measure them a little bit. So I don't want to get too high on this team right now. However, can they win the American Conference? Of course, they can definitely win it.
All right. And with that said, we on to the next game. And I think y'all know what game it is. Think y'all know what game it is, man.
Oh, man.
So it's time for Smitty Sit to come on out, bro, because my goodness. Woo! UNC getting it done. What 50 said? So much better. Woo! while I'm going ahead and throwing on this fit, man, I want you guys to go ahead and see the transformation, man. So it's gonna be a little minute before I speak. You want to say anything to the guys? You go ahead and do it, man. I got the silky, the checkered silky. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Chains about to come on. Headset about to be off for a minute. So just hear that beat. About to hit a raps. About to hit a tune too. When I come back, get ready for that.
You in, boy. That's crazy. I can't hear the music right now, man, but I know it's probably live. Oh, man.
Get right, man.
Let me do it. Clue, new clue. Smitty Cent.
Show y'all how to properly
34-21.
put this silky on, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? You nut.
Smitty for president.
UNC.
Clue.
Yeah.
Clue.
Wait, am I doing it? I ain't got the other side.
I can't even hear the beat right
I'm
now.
trying to show y'all how to put the silky on. I'm messing up. Put the other side at. Oh my God, put it up. Look, I'm gonna mess it up, boy. Oh no. Oh, I had it inverted. No wonder why.
What is this, window shopper? Is this window shopper you got
wrap
playing?
around the back. Yeah. I gotta get y'all silky game certified. You know what I'm saying?
You a window shopper.
I ain't got the headset on, so
I remember
I
that.
know mix out here.
You window shopper.
Cracking up.
Yeah, I don't know what you doing, man. You putting on I don't know if I should say that.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, my boy about to go to Dubai with it.
And I gotta bring the Miami hat out though. Cause y'all the one sparked. Nah, I ain't rocking no Miami Hurricanes. But this y'all fault. Oh yeah, you can't be 50 Cent without the beater. Yeah.
There you go. Bro, I saw him put the beater on the other day, guys, and I almost dropped. Bro, I almost went on the DM like, bro, what are you doing? I didn't know it was the Smitty Cent gimmick.
You can't be 50 man. without the change.
Oh, go put the change. This is crazy. Let me see this, dude.
Full transformation on screen.
Oh man. Miami created Smitty Cent. It's crazy, man. Yeah, y'all got to give me the backstory. When you get the headphones on, man, I want to know the backstory behind your Smitty Cent thing. Man.
Putting every chain on.
The guys are saying that UNC wasn't going to be like that. But yeah, I want to know the backstory, man. What sparked this? Been out of the loop for a while. He's put all these chains on, man. Oh no, those kind of thin, man. Those bracelets. Oh man, we're putting on bracelets, man. What are those? Okay, that's a little thicker there. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
What a charm. What a charm. You gotta have the charm. Gotta put the charm on. Hey man, those necklaces too thin, man. What a chain. You gotta put a chain on, man.
So much better.
Put on the Smitty joint, man. What is it, GMT?
You know how 50 Cent be doing it? He doing it.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Hold on. Duke Yusuf. Hey.
Wow.
Duke used some CS frauders. Mad at us. I think I know why. Duke, y'all some CS frauders. And the ACC cashing out checks you can't buy. Duke, y'all some CS frauders. Ain't no conference trip. All that hype talk died. Duke, y'all some CS frauders. Mad at us because UNC slid down.
Yeah. Get up, man. Man, I wish I could hear this, bro. I wish I could hear it. Nah, I know Loso gonna chop that up, man.
But anyway, man, UNC putting the belt to Duke. I said we was coming with that smoke. We whooping heads. And what we do after the L, bounce back.
Yeah.
All the hype, all the talk about how Duke gonna do this. And yeah, I was a guy talking it up. But you know, until they play UNC, things change. Always gonna change when you play UNC. What you about to say, bro?
So what sparked all this Smitty Cent stuff, man?
So
yeah, what sparked all this?
You know what I mean? You know, just a little bit of pent up energy. You know, UNC, Miami out there talking crazy about UNC. You know what I'm saying? Try to have me rock the Miami drip. Yeah, so UNC really started this. You know what I'm saying?
I see what's going on. I see what's going on there.
Yeah, so you know, I'm just letting them know I'm rocking with UNC to the end. You know what I'm saying? We had them for like 3 quarters though. 3 quarters we was in there, boy.
Well, wait a second though, Smitty. Wait a second. Look, you know, the community, they all are not in the RFL adult chat because you kind of sparked it first a little bit.
Oh yeah.
With they don't know that part.
I had to let them know what type energy I was on. I was standing on business for UNC, man.
So now I see what Miami did. They took the joint to the AI and flipped it.
Yeah, took it to the AI and then flipped it on. Yeah. But anyway, Duke, we did them dirty. We had over 40 minutes time of possession. 40 minutes time of possession. What else we had in here? 4 turnovers. My boy Jameson was out there snapping at the quarterback position. What else we had? Let's see. Let me just look at the touchdowns. Total yards over 450. Duke quarterback, we done picked him off 4 times. 4 times we done snatched him. Tim Eldridge. He had 2 touchdowns.
Was that the guy? No, that wasn't the guy.
And the running back who had over 100 plus yards in most of his games, 6 touchdowns in one of them. He got the end zone 1 time. And he had actually that was Eldridge. Yeah, Eldridge, the quarterback, had the yards, the most yards for the team for Duke. 7 for 48 and a touchdown. Where's their man? Where their main man's at though? You wanna know what they main man's had? Vince Hundy? Huh? Done? What you had? 8 carries for -8 yards? That UNC defense nasty, bruh. That UNC defense, the real deal. Real deal. Receivers still ended up having over 100 yards. Shout out Kenny D. Kenny D, my boy from school that I'm at with right now. He submitted a player. He found the end zone 2 times. This is his best game of the season so far. But UNC had to go punch him down, man. That was Duke's performance there offensively. We had a receiver at 3 touchdowns. Jameek Brink, almost 100 yards, 98 yards, 10 catches, 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. Then you had Pascal find the end zone for a touchdown. He had 11 for 87. We were just getting that ball out there. But you got to give the credit to the quarterback, man. This kid, Jamerson Chamberlain, is balling. He is balling. He did his thing. He threw 3 interceptions last week against Miami. But we know how Miami's defense is. They a tough challenge. They were able to get the best of it. But he threw 4 touchdown passes in this one. Did throw 1 pick, over 300 yards. He was doing his thing. Absolutely doing his thing. And the defense, man, I think the defense is what's going to take UNC to the next level. Not going to lie. They knocking out Duke like this. Duke is a pretty good team. 34-21. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, you're holding Miami to the same amount of points, 10 points for 3 quarters. I think UNC, we a team you can't really sleep on this year, man. To be honest, they may have 1 L in the conference right now, but that might be one of the last they get. Well, let me chill, because this week coming up, they do got Clemson. But best believe, Clemson, it's your turn. You better not lose to UNC. What you got to say about my Tar Heels stomping on the Duke Devils?
That's quite an impressive win, man. Again, I didn't see much of the football.
I think you had cut out.
There, man, being their first loss. So, yeah, hey, good showing, man.
Yeah, big dub. You know what I'm saying? UNC getting it done. You know that energy's coming every week, and we about to bring the same to Clemson. So I want to see the static. I don't care, number 1 team in the country or not. UNC, Smitty Cent rocking with. We got us winning by 50. 50. You know what I'm saying?
Well, guess who? Wait, hold on.
Against Clemson.
You said,
yeah, I said it. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about
ain't what the spread's going to say, but that's what I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? Spreads ain't going to say it.
Crazy.
But Smitty Cent going to say 50 points for UNC. You know what I'm saying? Big rivalry in the RFL, by the way, if you don't know.
I'll say this, though. After Clemson, man, Syracuse,
Trash. I got to change the track. Because we whooping all these dudes' heads. Keep going.
Virginia, and
Trash.
Louisville, Virginia.
Trash.
And then you got
Trash.
NC State.
Trash.
So that.
All we got left is Clemson, man. So y'all better bring that heat. Y'all better bring that heat this upcoming week because we dropping 50. We dropping 50 on your heads all week, all season. 34 getting Duke up out of there. What is you talking about? Everybody want to talk all this and that about UNCI. They ain't this. They just a basketball team. Well, we just knocked off another basketball team who was supposed to be all that. Dropped them off by 13. 13 clip hit him with the Odell from New York. Stop playing with us, man. Stop playing with us. UNC is going to the ACC chip. And we knocking off Clemson. If it ain't this week, it's in the conference championship game. We gonna beat Miami a different way. If we can't knock y'all off, we going to the conference chip and y'all ain't going. Simple as that.
So you're getting revenge, huh?
We getting revenge. Y'all boys not even making it. Dub or not, y'all not even making it.
Oh, they about
What
to
you talking
this,
about?
Yeah,
Clemson.
Y'all better win.
Clemson. Ain't happening.
Man.
But UNC for the dub, man. Y'all already know how it is. Whooping heads all season. We're going to keep the beat still going for a little bit to feel that energy, though. Penn State beating Minnesota, but I'm going to say this. Penn State, they kind of had me worried at times because they was down in this game pretty bad. I think it was 30-14. Great comeback, by the way. But 30-14, they managed to come all the way back 35-30. I'm going to get a bell to Minnesota, man. When you got a lead like that against a team like this, you got to hold on to it. Got to hold on to it. Can't be out there getting exposed and let the team get that energy back to do you like this. Like that just was, man, uncalled for. Y'all got to find a way to hold on to this win. What makes it worse is it's in your conference. So that's a conference loss. Y'all could have had a big upset against a ranked team. Who knows? Probably would have been ranked. Minnesota, they've been dropping close games, man. They just seem to squander the leads. But final score 35-30. How about Penn State, though, man? Finding ways to claw back and win. They did the same thing last week against USC. Won that one in, I think it was triple overtime. That one was 35-33, and it's pretty much almost the same score, 30-35. What's your thoughts on Penn State, man, and their resilience, finding ways to win?
You know, there's something golden about C.J. Johnson and Austin Powers. Abraham Powers, man.
I said the same thing. I do.
Yeah. But no, 5 tutties, man, from Johnson, man. And then who was his number one target? Powers. 14 receptions, 158 yards. Absolutely crazy, man. So, I like this team an awful lot. I do think that sometimes they struggle. I think there's some inconsistencies at times where they're like, man, are they going to blow this game? But this is a different Penn State, man. This is not, Penn State, the struggling Penn State from many moons ago in college series and everything. So they're starting to become a reputable team, man. And I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. So I just can't wait to see how these two start to develop and work together.
Moving on, Illinois, undefeated. They're ranked 4th in the nation. They're doing damage. We talk about coming into the season, we saw the overall. I don't know what happened during that offseason, but them boys got right. They landed a stud user wide receiver. I'm trying to go to the scores just to see the exact statistics of it. But
Central was it Michigan State?
Yeah, against Michigan State, who
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was
or I
against
got the
Michigan State.
wrong. Oh, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, they beat
Let me
Michigan
see
State.
this.
Michigan State wasn't ranked or anything, but
Okay.
yeah, in the first half it's pretty much neck and neck. It was 10-10. Where things got ugly for Michigan State was in the fourth. Fourth quarter, Illinois was able to put up 17 points, and that's really what separated them. They were able to best the Spartans again, 34-13. We get a look at some statistics here. Vince Hammer, pretty notable name too. We got some pretty good, high overall rated, interesting quarterback prospects that we could see lingering around for a couple more years playing for these programs. Vince Hammer being one of them. He is the quarterback, of course, 384, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions against Michigan State. Had a great day on the ground in terms of yards, but the average-wise, he literally was under 3 yards per carry. Dante Anthrop, he found the end zone for 96 yards. And 2 touchdowns for Josh Prince. This was the wide receiver we was talking about. Josh Prince, this user submitted wide receiver, 94 overall as well as a true freshman, killing it, finding the end zone. He also was able to hook up with his other receiver, Dalton Craig. They've got a lot of firepower offensively and a great quarterback to get it done, man. Illinois, to be as high ranked as they are, is going to be pretty interesting, man. This is another team that kind of gives me Tulane vibes, with Tulane. They may not be putting up as many points as Tulane, but again, they are playing better competition than Tulane and winning pretty decently. So Illinois, another team. I mean, what do you think about this team? They are part of the Big Ten. They've definitely got some more challenges coming on the way. It's going to make it extremely difficult, but it's going to be the test that we need to see if they're really like that or not. And, I think they play Ohio State. I think they play Penn State. They got a couple of, it's one game where one stretch for them. I think it's like Nebraska, Ohio State, and somebody else from the Big Ten straight back to back for 3 weeks. And they have that gauntlet is going to tell us a lot about Illinois, but how they've done so far, what's your thoughts on this team?
Well, I think that the big thing is that Vince Hammer, the QB, man. I mean, this guy's sitting in like the top 5 or 6 as far as completion percentage, man. So when you have a QB who's consistent,
USC.
and who's delivering the football, then man, very, 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 very difficult. So I think that in my opinion, man, I think that this team definitely is looking. I mean, number 4 looking pretty serious, man. So we'll see. Again, no, it's just. I'm glad the FCS games are over.
Yeah.
So now you're going to start to see the talent, see where teams stack up. Some teams, they have a cake schedule, so we'll find out who they really are in those bowl games and the playoffs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, definitely, I think that they have what it takes. So I do think that they can be a competitive team.
Moving on, Arkansas beating Ole Miss. Talking about a team that kind of had a little bit of hype coming into this season was the Rebels, but the Arkansas Razorback put the razor on them, and 27-14 is the final score. I did not expect Ole Miss to lose this. I thought they would be better. They obviously, road games in this game is tough to win. Very tough to win. And when you lose that momentum, boy, it's hard to get it back in somebody else's stadium. And that's kind of how it is in real life. And Arkansas, man, they pulled it off. They get it done here. They're not doing bad this season. I don't know what's going on with the game right now. But, yeah, they're not doing all too bad this season. This is a big win for sure for them. As I try to get into this, I think Ole Miss wasn't even ranked anymore coming into this week after a tough loss that they had. So, I mean, this was a game that they really needed, and they couldn't get it done. It was 17-7 in the first half. So, even if they just didn't score anymore after that, I mean, they had the game in the bag. Looking at Ole Miss, though, what really caused them to lose was DJ Irvin. This was a guy, you spoke highly of early in the season. He was doing his thing. And this goes to show you how fast things can just flip around when the season progresses. 4 interceptions, no touchdown passes. Arkansas was able to do that against him. He had 340, of course, but I mean, 4 picks, that's definitely not going to get you the job done. And I think that's it. That's why you lose the game. Yeah. You lose the game off those picks. He was able to connect with his receivers, Slade Paul, for a $152, but they never found the end zone. So I mean, making big plays, but not finishing, making big mistakes, and that's what really cost him this game. 171 receiving yards though for Arkansas' receiver Richard Skaggs. He had 12 receptions, 171 yards, as I said, and a touchdown. Tight end Mitch Joy found the end zone as well. 2 touchdown passes for Rourke. He did throw an interception, but a solid day. 300-plus yards passing for Arkansas's quarterback in the run game. 93 yards, no touchdowns, but a 3.3 yard per carry average. So really, you can really chalk this up mainly being the interceptions that threw this game away for the Rebels.
Yeah, it's pretty. I did see this game. Obviously, kind of a funny story, man. You can bill me if you want. When I was a kid, man, a youngster, man. I didn't understand conferences, alignments, and all that crazy stuff. I just was looking at jerseys, and I used to like Arkansas, but thought that they were Alabama. If that makes any sense.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, man, because of the uniforms and everything, right?
Yeah.
So I used to be rooting for this team. This team used to actually blow people out back in the day, man. They used to be in real life.
Yeah, you used to have McFadden.
They had a lot of guys, man. Yeah. Man, I used to be rooting for them, but thinking they're Alabama, right? And then I don't know, man. I grew up and everything, man, and I started watching Bama, and I never watched Arkansas, right? And it was kind of funny, man. My cousins and uncles, man, they'll tell you, man, yeah, man, you always been a Bama fan, but you were really watching Arkansas. I was like, oh, I ain't know that.
The stuff you do as a young bull, man.
Oh,
don't even pay attention.
Yeah.
The next game, Texas versus Mississippi State. Now, sometimes you have an off game, right? Score looks pretty good. But this game was, it had some question marks, kind of like Texas in real life. I still can't believe they only scored 7 points against Ohio State in real life. But 37 to 13 was just about what it was about to be. They kicked the last second field goal to add it. But Texas winning this game the way it's supposed to. But again, to put into perspective, Tulane played this team and beat it 58 to 10. Texas plays this team 40 to 13. So I can't wait to see, the full extent and power of, Tulane. But at the same time, this just goes to show you different matchups just create different results, right? And I really think that Texas is a pretty good, serious team. I mean, we saw them handle Oklahoma State last week, 45-7. Then they handle Mississippi State here, but it wasn't the prettiest thing, but they got the job done. 40 to 13 was the final. About to go into some statistics here too, just to dive more into it. And as
I feel like like I understand the comparisons that people make when they say, oh well, we beat this team by 80 and y'all beat the team by 20, and I get that, right? But I feel like sometimes though we do have to give some grace. I do believe that certain schemes, man, open up for greater I guess you could say greater offense or greater defense or whatever. So it's like you could be playing a team and both of y'all are going to beat the team, but it's just like your scheme absolutely exploits that team, right? Whereas the other team's scheme, it can beat them, but it's not exploiting them. If that makes any sense,
That makes sense.
And I think it does come down to with the mismatches and stuff. I get the mismatches, but I think it's more, when I'm watching this game, it's like there's something with this, whatever. 4-3, right? That if this were a 3-4, man, they wouldn't get anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's interesting when you see these sorts of things, man. But yeah.
Yeah, he had 4 interceptions. They were able to get him to quarterback Grimes. Nyshawn Miller, he threw 2 interceptions in this game, but he had 2 touchdowns, over 300 yards. Shady Houston continuing the ball on the ground. Average wasn't there with a 3.5, but had over 100 with 106. Found the end zone 2 times on 30 carries. One catch for 81 yards and a touchdown for Quincy Dykes. So that had the most yards. Deere was able to find the end zone again. He lit it up last week against Oklahoma State. I believe he had 3 of the 4 or 5 touchdown passes that Miller threw last week. He had 57 though for 1 touchdown there. Van Ginkel had 57 on through the air as well, and Dante Taylor Sims with 56 through the air. Defensive wise, these guys are beasts on defense, and Travis Okoye, who you see right now on this poster, led with 5 total sacks in this game. So that was big time. This was the same player who got injured last season for the entire year. Was able to come back, and now here he is finally back in the groove of things and dominating, getting it done. Then he had 4.5 sacks from Troy Rubin. So, I mean, they were just absolutely dialing up pressure. What's that? That's, let's see, 10 sacks, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 sacks in this game on Mississippi State. I mean, absolutely getting it done, and all 4 interceptions by 4 different players. So, Texas just absolutely getting it done in this matchup.
Yeah, I think I know you're gonna go to the next one, but I think that one thing, if I had to cast a shadow of doubt over Texas right now, man, it's that they're not as far as points goes, right? They're not putting on up enough points. And so when you look at the Clemsons, the Ohio States, the LSU's, all these guys, I mean, these teams are over 1,300, thousand. I mean, 1,300, points. They're only sitting at 750 points. If we're talking about power, right, and we're talking about consistency, and we're talking about overdoing it, they're kind of like bottom of our top 15, top 20 teams, man. So I think that they're going to seriously have to start putting on more points if they want to be able to compete, especially in going to the playoffs.
Yep. And man, how about Oklahoma? Man, they pulled off the upset, defeating Alabama last week in a crazy game. And then they play Missouri, a rival. And this game ends up being a 4-point game. And it goes to show you, even right there, rivalry games live up to the hype as well. Final score 31 to 27. And in this game, it was Oklahoma who had to come back. They were down by 10 points at the half. Then third quarter, they took back the lead, though, as they were able to score 14, left Missouri with nothing, and both teams were able to score a touchdown in the final quarter. We saw the quarterback, John Lowe. He's had some high-low inconsistent performances for Missouri. Threw for over 300 yards, threw an interception, though, had 1 touchdown. Did not contribute on the ground as much, but he did get in the end zone for a touchdown. So you can add that 2 touchdowns for him. The run game just was not there at all for Missouri, as it was 16 carries for 16 yards. So literally a yard a carry every time he was given the ball. 152 receiving yards, though, for Jason Aikman, who led for the Missouri. Is it Wildcats or Tigers? I don't know. I think it's the Tigers. But yeah, found the end zone. Oklahoma, they had 3 receivers over 100 yards in this game, man. Kendricks, Darren Kendricks, number 3, he had 2 touchdowns, 143 yards. Fehoko, excuse me, that dude went off in that Alabama game too. He led in receiving yards in that one, and here he is with another 100-yard game with 10 catches, 114, got the end zone again for a touchdown. And although Colin Cantrell didn't get in the end zone for a touchdown, he had the game-sealing play against Alabama. If it was not for him catching that jump ball towards the end, Bama would have won that game. And yeah, Colin Cantrell, 100 yards for him. Didn't see the end zone. Tabor was able to find the end zone for a touchdown. Didn't have many yards, only 22 yards off 3 catches. But that was big time. Run game, didn't find the end zone with their running back, Slade McAllister. Did have a 5.3 yard per carry average, though. 9 carries for 48. And then passing-wise, Devin Barkow, I mean, he did a good job against Alabama, too. He did make 2 mistakes with interceptions, but he threw twice as many touchdowns with 4 and had over 400 yards. So, I mean, way to claw back, way to get the job done. Oklahoma remains undefeated.
I just want to make sure I clarified this. When we're looking at the the media top 25, the points, right?
Mm.
That's like, so you get those points based off of how much you're blowing teams out, correct? Or
I think it's
is that a certain
total points.
total points?
Yeah, total
Yeah.
points. Yeah, like
Okay.
whatever
Okay. Yeah,
amount
I
of
just wanted to
points you scored.
make sure. I see. Yeah. 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 So boy, they got what they got Texas this week.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. But I mean, this sets up
Wee.
that
Yeah.
those two games we just went over, the Red River
Yeah.
rivalry
This
teams,
is a
and that's gonna be a
big game
banger.
for Texas, man.
Yeah,
Big game.
for
Yeah.
both of them, man. Who's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
make
Well,
this
yeah. True.
statement?
True. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who's gonna really make the
And
statement? Get a team the first loss
Oklahoma
in this rivalry?
hasn't lost. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
both
no.
undefeated.
Yeah. Okay.
That's about to be a banger, man.
Yeah.
About to be a banger. Cannot wait for
Oh
that
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
NC State beating Louisville. Not really too much to go over here. Low scoring game. NC State getting it done. 19-9. NC State hanging on. They're still ranked. So, I mean, doing what they got to do. Louisville with an extra one they shouldn't have after that Florida State mishap. But, you know, it is what it is. NC State getting it done. I think we're just going to leave it there. There's no submits here or anything. No one really stood out.
Wait, the mishap was the mishap the guy who came in the foul and played the
Nah,
game?
that was the Georgia game. I'm gonna skip the bell for that. That's the reason we didn't have the Georgia game. Perk, he asked me that question. He said, "What happened to the Georgia game?" Obviously, he wasn't at the podcast then. He was gonna ask that, but he did.
Yeah.
But I did show him the message, and he was like, "Wow, that's crazy." Definitely a
man.
wild moment. Did not expect that to ever happen. Utah versus Houston. Utah was able to get it done by a sizable margin. We expected them to win 41-10, the final score there. Kind of go through these games since, you know, we've already spent about an hour on it. So games like this that really don't hold too much weight. Of course, it holds weight for Utah as, you know, they get the win. I think they've only lost that one game, and that was, I believe, Penn State. It was a close game. I think it was like 19-17. Might have been that Penn State game. But big dub there. Big dub here, 31 points. And Pittsburgh really shocked me here. I picked them to win this game. We didn't see either of these games before they came up. And Pittsburgh, I had them winning by 3 because on paper, these guys are pretty much even. And here they are at home blowing out Syracuse 41-14.
Jeez.
So does that tell us that Syracuse is really not even decent? Or, you know, was it more of the home field advantage momentum that, you know, the Panthers were able to take advantage of and dominate? We'll find out, of course, with the more games that we have for those teams coming up. And then for our last premier game, shout out to Rodney Goins, man. Beating Texas Tech by 63 points.
Baylor Bandits.
Man, he's trying to put Baylor right back on the map, his alumni spot. 69-6 is crazy. I'm going to give him the bell for missing the pictures, too. I didn't take the pictures of that, man. You could have had a lot of fire picks off of that, man. I had to use the older one here, the quarterback. Let's see what Terrence Rory actually did, too, in this game. Let me see. Yeah, Texas Tech, I mean, they're not the same Texas Tech we seen from last season, but it got real bad for them. They were shut out the entire second half. They scored Baylor scored 14 points in the third, 27 in the fourth. So that's a total of 41 points they put up on them in the second half. Had 28 on them in the first. So, I mean, they were absolutely dominating. Terrence Weary, 2 touchdowns, over 450 yards with 466, no interceptions. He's starting to come into his own, making some big plays. But how about this? Jamari Riggins, 109 rushing yards, a 6.1 yard per carry average, and 5 rushing touchdowns in this one game. So, I mean, he absolutely tore it up on the ground. And they had 2 receivers over 100 yards, and Mike Shedd, who had 147 for a touchdown. The other one didn't get in the end zone, but I think it's Carvalho. Yeah, Brian Carvalho had 117 on 9 receptions. So he had the most haul-ins, but, you know, didn't see the end zone, but still great performance and just a great overall play by Baylor. Big dub for Rodney, man. You know, came a long way, flipped the team around already from the first loss they had. That was embarrassing to Maryland. Again, 34-10. Way to come back and get it done. And then the game of the week. Ohio State. With the streak on the line of the regular season for 3 years, it's been.
It was looking grim.
Yeah, it was looking bad. I thought Oregon was
Oh
actually
man.
going to get it done, get it back in blood. We know how embarrassing that last game was that they had against
Uh-huh.
each other last year in the Big Ten Conference Championship. Final score was 45-34, but in reality, it was 45-6 heading into the fourth, and Ohio State wasn't even playing their guys. So Oregon just managed to come back, make it look better. This game, they led by as much as 10 and were up 16-6, but big mistakes really cost Oregon in this one. The biggest
Was
mistake
it 13
was
or 14, 14-0? Was it
uh
13-0 or 14-0?
no, it was let me see. It was Ohio State scored first with 3. Then they were able to tie it up 3-3. Then Oregon took the lead 10-3. And I think it was 13-3 with a field goal. And then another field goal came at some point for
Okay.
Ohio State, and then 16-3, 16-6 was where they were at. Then a big mistake happened where, right as they were running hurry up, they forgot to put a receiver over top of a defensive back, over top of Steve McCaskill, and so he just runs a streak straight in the end zone for a touchdown. They can't catch him in time, and that is really, literally in the final seconds of the third, made it 16-13. Then
Okay.
had a stop, and Dylan Lewis got the ball back, scrambled for a 2-yard touchdown, which gave Ohio State the lead 20-16. And then, although Corey Baines did a pretty good job throughout this entire game, he didn't throw any touchdown passes, but he was making some pretty good throws. He made a big mistake towards the end, threw it to the CS7 king in interceptions from last season and Jack Sky, and that's really kind of what put the game away as they tacked on 2 more field goals, adding 6 more points, and here we are with a score 26-16. But man, that streak was almost in the bounds. They had 35 wins, now 36 total in the regular season. Do you see any team beating Ohio State in the regular season, man? Just because this is the last game, I'm just going to go ahead to their schedule too, and I'm going to just read off what they got left. And you tell me what team would you say would may have the most likely chance. They play USC this week, so that's coach on coach right there. That's going to be big time. Then they got Maryland, Nebraska, Illinois, Iowa, Northwestern, Indiana, and then Michigan, which, I'm going to say this. I'm going to give a bell to Michigan. These guys lost to Iowa on an extra game. 38-30. I think it was 38-30 or 38-31. Totally embarrassing. Y'all deserve another bell. I thought Michigan was going to be better than what they were last year, but maybe those well, it's not even really accidental. You expect them to win against a weaker team. They lost in Super Sims last year. That cost them going to the playoffs. Now we're playing out the games and they're still losing. So I don't know what's going on, Michigan. Get another bell. But who do you think has a good shot against Ohio State based off of
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man. These are the scary games that they're about to approach, man. The Nebraska game at Nebraska, number 5 team. That's gonna be interesting there. They're 4-0. Illinois, which we're just talking about, right? Uh, so these are like those games where, like, what do you call that? What kind of game? A trap game,
Yeah.
right? Um, you hate you never really want to root against Ohio State, and you got to respect the streak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but this game against Oregon, it's a little too close for comfort. You know what I mean? And so now I'm looking at Nebraska, I'm looking at Illinois, and then their third trap game, man, the Michigan game, right? We know that that's a bitter rivalry there, and that's one of those games where, I don't want to jinx Pecan, but you can do everything you want to do, brother. But the rivalry kicks in, and all of a sudden Michigan, is victorious in that one. So you got to be very careful with this. The other one here is this week, man. This USC game. You
Yeah.
cannot play around with that one. And I'm not saying that Pecan's letting it auto. Like, I don't think I think he's doing his best to scheme, but against a coach, it changes the game.
And this is the
And
first
so
ever college series
yeah,
head-to-head coach game.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
that's
So
something.
so this is gonna get real, man. But my advice to both of these guys, man, is don't get cute. As I say
Yeah.
in the RFL, man. Guys, don't get cute, right? It may feel like, oh, I gotta switch this and switch this. Look, man, L's come just as fast as W's come, you know. And what you don't want to do is go away from your game plan that's been working, right? To try to outdo the other player, right? Because what happens is when you do that, you lose big, man. It's embarrassing, you know? So don't switch up your teams, guys. Do what you got to do around the edges a little bit. You know, look at your formations and stuff, formation subs and everything, but don't go against what you've been going against because you think, oh, I'm going to trump them this week. All right. So that's just the mixed advice to you there, man. But yeah, I think Ohio State is not out of the red yet, but pun intended, red. But what I do like about this team is that boy Dylan Lewis, man. This QB is a game manager, man. It's fun to watch him. When he's down, he still has composure. When he's up, he still has composure. He's not taking many chances, uh, and he throws great footballs, man. What I like is that he likes to stretch it to tight ends, and he gets it to his halfback, and he distributes it to his wide receivers when he has to. But I really like how this guy manages the game, man. So he's someone I'm going to be watching this week against USC and Silverio's boys, man. So that's all I
Definitely
got
gonna
for
be
you,
a
man.
banger. Gonna be a banger. And
Yep,
speaking of bangers, we're about to
definitely.
get into the schedule. That's it for the recap of the games. But now let's go ahead and get a look at the top 25 coming into this week. What has shook up after these final scores from week 5?
Um,
Week 6.
Smitty, I'll tell you, I don't feel comfortable with the wins, losses, who's gonna win, who's gonna lose thing.
Mm.
When you do that, so I'm just letting you know. So I'll probably just be guessing,
Yeah, it's all good.
whatever.
Just guess,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I
okay,
mean?
okay,
As long as we
okay,
get
yeah, yeah.
something, you know,
Because
because
I don't know all their records and everything,
yeah.
so yeah.
All right, so changes. Ohio State has jumped over LSU as the number 2 team in the country, despite LSU winning their game against Florida. Close call. It kind of was for Ohio State, but the bigger win, I'm assuming they're taking into account, as Oregon was ranked 5th in the country when they played them, and Oregon, you can see now, has dropped all the way to 14th. LSU's biggest game was against, I believe, Miami. And Miami at the time in which they played them, I think they were like 6th. So, and then Miami right now is, still hovering around 8th. So, with Oregon being as big as a team as they were, Ohio State putting up the points they've been putting up, they were able to jump them. And I think that's, the reason why. Illinois still ranked 4th, no changes there. Nebraska jumping up, of course, after Oregon has lost its spot. A lot of teams, every team in between Oregon has jumped up because of that. And Nebraska now 5th, Oklahoma 6th, Bama 7, Miami 8, Georgia 9, TCU in top 10 at 10, Tennessee 11, Memphis still undefeated at 12, and Penn State at 13. Already talked about Oregon and why they're there. Texas has jumped up to 15th, SMU 16, Baylor has jumped up to 17, so they're starting to climb up the ranks, especially after that big win over Texas Tech. NC State continues to find some solid wins. They're 18th. Tulane is now 19th in the country. We've seen Colorado, who just was able to break into the top 25, get that big upset win over Oklahoma State, knocking them out the top 25. Now here they are at 20. Florida has dropped all the way down to 21 after their loss to LSU, but they're still in the top 25. I think they're still a really good team, and they can stay within it. Notre Dame moving up to 22. UTSA breaking back in the top 25. They were in it before. This is the first time we've seen USF, but I'm going to say this. We have not seen any live or premiere games of this team, but they are almost the carbon copy of Tulane. And those guys play later this season, as they're both part of the American Conference. That's going to be a big game to tune into from a group of 5 school that, I think is going to have a lot of hype around it. And then Texas A&M breaking into the top 25 for the first time this season at 25. I know you haven't, you've been missing for a little bit, and you really can't dive into, like you were saying, reasons why these teams are here. Any team just off of just a whim that you're just looking at and you're just like, man, these guys might not be here. How they get up that high?
Um, let's see. If I had to say, man, well, I could definitely tell you this. I'm looking at UTSA. What's
Yeah,
going on there? I'm looking at NC State. What's going on there? I mean, now this is just going off of like traditional,
yeah,
college series. SMU, what's going on there? Tulane, what is going on there? You know what
yeah.
I mean? Yeah, USF, as we just talked about. What's going on there? Memphis, a little too high. Uh,
Yeah.
well, in traditional senses, right? It's a new
Mm.
game, new everything, so they might be sweet, And I'm also looking at Nebraska. I feel like Nebraska's been like hovering around top 25, top 30 for a little bit. I feel like that usually.
Well, usually
Or
they've been pretty bad.
and
I think the time
were
they
they
were in
bad? Were
part of
they
the
bad?
part of the during the
Who
mod
was the
era.
user? Who were the users they had for Nebraska? I thought they had
Nebraska,
maybe I'm thinking, you know what? I think I'm getting confused with Wisconsin because of
yeah,
the the color. I think that's what
yeah,
it is, man. Never mind. So okay, so Nebraska, yeah. But everything else is looks well. I mean, Illinois is kind of new.
yeah,
But
definitely new.
obviously we knew they would be doing their thing. But yeah, I will say this, Penn State, that's pretty good where they're ranked at, right? That's pretty good, man. So that shows some improvement there. And Colorado's new, so it is what it is there. Florida, though, I'm a little shocked. I don't know, man. I don't like to give teams a bad rap, man. I'm not with all the politics and the Discord and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like Florida is actually a good team, it's a great team in real life. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, you want to see like Clemson, Ohio State, Bama, Miami. You want to see those teams do good. So Florida, I'm hoping that they can get it together and not slide, here in the top 25, man. Maybe they can turn things around.
yeah. So that's the top 25. Those will be posted on social media. And lastly, we have the schedule to go over. So let's go ahead and get a look in it. Of course, the cameras will go away here, guys. So guys can look at this full screen and see what we're talking about. And of course, the first 3 games at the top will be the live. Then we'll go over all the games from the middle all the way down to the bottom. And then the game of the week is at the top right, which will be the last game.
Did you get my message, man, about Monday?
Yeah, I did see that. I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to figure
yeah, yeah,
out.
yeah.
I gotta try to figure out what I'm going to do. If I'll be able to do. Well, I should. Oh, actually, I should be able to do that. I'll be able to call that game. Yeah, I
Okay,
definitely should
okay,
be able
yeah.
to call that game.
Okay.
Let's get a look at the spreads. They got posted. I'm sure. Yeah, they got posted. So here goes the spread. First game on Monday, which I'll be calling. Number 2, Ohio State versus USC, and I got Ohio State winning that one. I honestly, you don't go against Ohio State against anybody unless it's Clemson at this point, and I got them winning by more than a touchdown over USC. Do you think that happens? I know you don't know about most teams, but based off of how both of those teams have been going, I know you've probably watched them more than any other or know more about them than any other. Ohio State and USC, who you got? Do you think Ohio State beats them by more than a touchdown?
Yeah, I mean, you hate to devote it, you hate to go against the team that's been doing their thing, man, for so many years. This is a big game for Silverio, man. It's going to test his mettle. I mean, I do think that Ohio State gets the win here, but boy, Silverio, boy, you get a dub here, bro. That's a big time statement, man. So, like I say, don't get cute, guys, but I'm going to go with Ohio State.
All right, so the next game, you got my UNC boys. Yes, sir. About to get this dub over Clemson, you know what I'm saying? But nah, on some real though, I got the spread with Clemson winning by 20 points. I'm gonna say this, man. Y'all better not sleep on my UNC boys, man. Y'all better not sleep on my UNC boys, because even though we lost by more than 20 against Miami, man, we held them to 10 points in 3 quarters. You sleep on the UNC defense, you might be sleeping on the L. And if we beat Clemson I promise you, the next podcast, I'm going crazy. So Clemson, y'all better handle business. Well, Smitty Cent is going to be back in the building talking crazy, talking grimy. UNC, though, can they get it done on the road? We'll see. Clemson should get it done at home, though, by 20 or more points. Do you think they beat my Tar Heels by 20 or more points?
Yeah, I think Clemson's gonna cover the spread, man. You know, sorry, Smitty Cent, man. But I think they're gonna whip your head, boy. They're gonna whip your head, man. I don't know about that. I think UNC's gonna stand for you not beating Clemson. Everybody else, you know, you're all right, but it's over, man. About to put them paws on you boys. Paws on heels. It's crazy, man.
I think UNC stands for nah, Clemson. Y'all ain't getting that done. That's what that stands for. And we standing on business. But yeah, so
I think the Clem stands for could lead to excessive margin. So they're probably gonna get about 40.
Okay.
Rappers up here, guys. Rappers.
Yeah, man. So that's gonna be interesting, man. Can't wait to see that game. You already know I'm gonna try to be in attendance if I can be. Big time rivalry in the RFL too. Big time rivalry in the RFL. It's always a pretty good game between those two teams. I know we stole an ACC championship away from them before. UNC hasn't been in the college series as long though as Clemson. I think we missed like 2-3 years. So our history isn't that long, but the times we played them, been some great games. But moving forward, as I turn off the window shopper instrumental, Nebraska takes on Oregon. Now that should be a great game. We saw with Oregon and how close they were able to almost end the regular season streak of Ohio State, which has been crazy. 36 straight wins now, but they made it close. Nebraska had some scares. They've had some scares already this season. Oregon, you can say the same because they did narrowly defeat UCLA, but that was in the rain. But they did also have home field advantage. It was 27-14. I think Oregon beats Nebraska by 10 or more points.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Oregon on this one, man. I don't know much about Nebraska, but I do like what Oregon, how they held themselves down, man, against Ohio State. So I'm gonna go Oregon with the spread.
All right, then we get into Wednesday premier game, number 19 Tulane on the road playing UAB, who played spoilers for a couple teams last season. They're not the same team though that they were last season. They got even worse. So with the way Tulane has been destroying teams of this caliber or even a slightly better, I've got them winning by 40 or more points, as we've kind of been seeing them do all season.
Yeah, I love UAB, man, my offline franchise. But yeah, Tulane looking sweet, man. So yeah, I'm going Tulane.
All right, second game, 4 p.m. Eastern, Temple versus Bama. Temple
you already know
should get demolished here, especially at Bama. Yeah, I got Bama winning by 50 or more points, but they did just come off an upsetting loss. Do you think that could potentially affect the momentum of this team with the way they went out against Oklahoma? Nope.
Nah, they be all right, man. They bounce back, man. Ain't no way. The Temple Owls. Man?
Well, I believe they beat them, but do you think that it's going to be an impressive win as it should be, or do you think it's going to be like, oh man, only beat them by like 28 points or 30?
I don't know about that. That's a good question, man. I know I've talked to Coach Dior, and I know he's been trying to adjust his formation subs and stuff like that, and so he's been working really hard over the last week or so. So I think that you might see a different maybe a different Bama this week, possibly, right? So we'll see how that goes. I think they've been having some personnel issues, man. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So yeah. Man, I was about to make a crazy joke right now, but this is Temple, not Texas A&M. I was gonna say that Bama beat A&M, and you know what?
Yeah.
I'm glad
making
I caught
bars
that,
out of it. SMU versus Syracuse. We just saw Syracuse get embarrassed by Pittsburgh, and I think both of them was on even keel, the 71 overall. SMU is a ranked squad, ranked 16th in the country. I got them beating Syracuse despite being on the road by 17 or more points.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the ranked one, man. I don't know. I'm going with SMU, man.
All right, 6 p.m. Eastern. Number 4, Illinois, on the road taking on a pretty good UCLA team, man. Almost beat Oregon, and they've won every other game since, and they look good in it. But I'm going with the Fighting Illini. I think that's how you say it.
Illini, yeah.
I got the Fighting Illini by 4 or more points. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm going with Illinois, man. I'm not gonna try the other one. Illinois.
NC State versus Florida State. Now, NC State's been winning some games, and Florida State is not ranked. Florida State has an L on their record that they shouldn't have, unfortunately. Still going to play the bell for moving too fast and forgetting to get their auto win. Unfortunately, that game didn't save. Forgot to do that against Louisville. But I think Florida State wins this game, man. I think Florida State is better than what their record, of course, is, because they should be 3-1 right now, not 2-2. And we did give them an automatic win against somebody already earlier this season who we felt like, hey, should win. There's no users on it. So that's kind of our give back game, even though most likely they probably would have won that anyway. But yeah, I got them winning by a field goal or more.
I've always loved FSU at home, man. So I'm going Florida State, man.
All right. Michigan versus USF. USF just got ranked, and we just saw, or I just mentioned, Michigan lost to Iowa last week. So, I mean, that is a terrible loss on their record. Michigan is 2-2. They might even be eliminated. You know, they got to get it together because they still got some Big Ten games to play. They can find themselves out the playoffs again. And, you know, they still got Ohio State last game of the season and stuff to play, more Big Ten teams. And they're on the road. I'm going to give Michigan the benefit of the doubt just having a bad game. And they better win this game over USF. And this is how they prove that they're still pretty good, because USF is actually a pretty good team. So Michigan should win this game. I got by at least a field goal. But will they falter again and show us for a second consecutive year that they're not actually that good? What do you think?
I'm taking the ranked team in this one, man. So
taking USF.
It's an L for Michigan, man.
Oh man. Yeah, still gonna give them another extra bell for losing to losing to Iowa. That was awful. Number 17th ranked Baylor and Coach Rodney Goins on the road in Morgantown, taking on West Virginia. This used to be a huge rivalry back in the mod era, man. These were two big user submitted programs that used to have absolute bangers. And this should be another one in the books between these two Big 12 rivals. I'm going to go with Baylor in this one, though. I think what we've seen from Rodney Goins and his team, the turnaround has been absolutely incredible. So I'm going with the Bears over the Mountaineers by 6 or more points.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on the wagon with Rodney, man. Go ahead, get it done against the Mountaineers, man. Does West Virginia have any users?
No users.
No users.
Nope.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead and get it done, Rodney.
And next game we have Oklahoma State, who's on a 2-game losing streak, upset last week, and of course, an embarrassing loss to Texas 2 weeks ago. And now they're taking on TCU, 10th ranked team in the country. TCU has played some okay talent, and this might be the best game that they have in front of them so far on this season. But we're seeing the momentum just really escape from Oklahoma State, a team that was literally 3 points away from upsetting Ohio State and going to the national championship last year. You know, they're not looking good now, and I think they're a better team now than what they were then. TCU's undefeated. I got TCU by a touchdown or more.
Yeah, we're going TCU with this one, man.
And we move on to the Thursday games. Rutgers versus Penn State. Rutgers been getting blown out. They just saw them get blown out by USC, 65-3. And the team that USC couldn't beat in a close game was Penn State. and number 13th ranked team, Penn State, has a home field advantage. So I'm going to go with Penn State by 30 or more. Should probably be
Yeah,
higher.
I think Rutgers, man, they got mauled by USC, man. Penn State about to roll over them.
Only reason I kind of put Penn State's points down too is that sometimes they're inconsistent. I think they have the
Yeah.
ability to put up more points, but the way in which they run their offense, which we know is a run-heavy offense, it really eats a lot of time off the clock at times, and not a lot of points are able to get too much scored. So 30 is my sweet spot there for that. Colorado versus Texas Tech. We saw Texas Tech get destroyed by Baylor and Coach Goins. And I think after we saw the upset of Colorado over Oklahoma State and putting up 39 points and beating them by 19, I think they got Texas Tech by 20 points here.
Yeah, I think we're at the midway point of the season, man. You're getting blown out. It means something. You haven't figured it out. I just kind of feel that it's hard to come back. From especially a team that's not ranked, right? To come back from getting just destroyed or whatever, and then trying to get a win. So I'm going Colorado here.
All right, and Stanford versus Notre Dame. This is a rivalry. Number 22 Notre Dame. I got them winning with the home field advantage by 14 or more points.
Yep, I'm going with the Irish on this one, man. 22 gets it done.
All right, Georgia versus Kentucky. Another big game. Georgia, we know they've had inconsistencies with
Georgia's
their offense. They have lost a game, so I think they've only lost one game, which was in embarrassing fashion against Clemson. And so I think they're either 4-1 or 3-1. I think it's 4-1. But no, it might be 3-1.
4-1.
Yeah. Kentucky's pretty good, but
yeah.
The only thing that concerns me a little bit with Georgia is the same thing that kind of plagued them last season, even though they won the SEC and made it to the playoffs and stuff, is their offense is, still not as explosive as it should be. And going up against Kentucky, who's a pretty decent squad, I'm going to take Georgia, but by 10 points or more.
Yeah, I'm taking Georgia, and I think they cover the spread.
All right, Pittsburgh versus Virginia Tech. We've seen Virginia Tech recently lose to Clemson in embarrassing fashion, 36-6. But again, that's the number one team in the country. Virginia Tech is not that same 10-2 team that we saw last season based off of what we saw. But again, a little interesting fact is Virginia Tech didn't start off too good last year. I think they were 2-2 like they are now. And then they went on to win every single game throughout the season and even jumped Miami, beating them to go to the ACC championship game. They're not the same type team, obviously. You could tell from the roster. They do got the home field advantage. Pittsburgh did get a big win over Syracuse this past week, but again, that Syracuse is not really good talent. I liked what we saw from Virginia Tech a little bit from Clemson. They just did a terrible job of finishing. I think they can finish this week with the home field advantage, and I got them beating Pittsburgh by 14 or more points.
Yeah, I like that spread right there. Hey, who is the star player for VTech?
Right now, they got the transfer from LSU and Tony Oliveira, and then a guy who stands out really on this offense, true freshman running back is I'm forgetting the M, what it stands for. Mike Carter. I don't think it might be Mike Carter the third.
Is it Malik?
Malik, yeah, Malik Carter the third. That's
Carter.
what it is.
Yeah,
Malik Carter. He's a beast, man. So I'm gonna say that's a guy for sure. And then even the true freshman receiver, Brody Bridges, he's made some big plays. But yeah, Virginia Tech got them in that one. And then we got a rivalry here in the SEC. LSU dropped down a spot to number 3, but still undefeated on the road, taking on Arkansas. I've got LSU by 15 or more points.
Oh yeah, man! Those Tigers about to put some paws on that old Razorback, man. pork chops everywhere, man.
And then we get to our 8 p.m. premier games on Thursday. Miami, 8th ranked team in the country, taking on Texas A&M, who just broke into the top 25. We saw Colorado do that and get an upset win. Can the Aggies do the same? We'll find out. I know that's a tough area to play in, but I got the Hurricanes by 21 or more points, especially coming fresh off an 80-0 win over FCS.
Yeah, sorry to get disrespectful to you Texas A&M fans, but this week I'm reading this as ATM, and Miami's coming to collect that cash. So it's gonna be a blowout.
And I'm gonna say ATM for at the moment you're about to get destroyed.
Right.
So that's where the spread's at.
Oh man.
Mississippi. Well, I said
Peacon's
Mississippi.
probably really upset right now. No one would ever disrespect Texas.
Hey, Ole Miss
Oh man.
taking on Florida. I have not liked the way Ole Miss has looked their last couple of games. I mean, they just got upset by Arkansas. Irvin, who was looking like a pretty promising new generic prospect, 4 interceptions, no touchdowns last week. That's pretty bad, especially going up against Florida's defense. This is one of the best defenses in the country, and they're going to send constant pressure at him. I think they're going to give him nightmares, and I got them winning in the swamp, bouncing back from the LSU loss this past week, 15 or more points.
I ain't gonna give up on them Florida boys, man. Those guys they've come around on me, man. So I see Carter in the chat right now, man. But yeah, I'm going Florida, man. They gonna get it done at home, man. So I'm going Florida, bro.
And the game of the week, we were just talking about it. The Red River rivalry, man. Number 15 Texas versus number 6 Oklahoma. 2 teams undefeated. These games have made for bangers even in the RFL. I think they played each other twice last season. So we had 2 Red River rivalry games, one in the regular season. The other one was in a bowl game where Texas was able to blow them out something serious. And here they are with an upset win over Alabama in the home field advantage with Oklahoma hosting Texas. Who do you guys got winning this one? I'm taking Texas, though, by 3 or more points.
Yeah, I'm taking Texas too, man. The Sooners, man, that's a fluke last week, man. But no, I'm taking Texas though, man. We got my boy Nana swag straight. His drip is straight now, man. So he's looking like a whole new QB, man. So I'm taking him. I think he gets it done against the Sooners, man. I want to see Texas get this one.
That is it for our recap, our top 25 reveal, and the schedule of this upcoming week. All getting started in a couple days on Monday. I'll be in the booth at USC. I think it's Memorial Stadium or the Coliseum is what they call it. As our first ever head coach versus head coach match between Ohio State and USC. Patrick Connery and Daniel Severio goes down. So do not miss that game. Turn these guys up. Turn us up. It should make for a great game to start the week. A bunch of bangers coming for us and moving forward, man. So many great games, man. I'm like excited about the RFL College Series, just how it's been going. It's been amazing. I know guys have been asking about sliders too. I'm going to try to work on dropping a little quick video for you guys tomorrow. I'm confident and like what I've been seeing, so I'm feel confident dropping what we have in our settings so that guys can use those for their own CPU versus CPU, gameplay within college football. But that's all we got, guys. If you guys got any question to ask us, feel free to drop it in the chat, and we can ask it here. We're only going to stay here for if it gets going, we're going to stay here for 5 minutes. If not, we'll get out of here as soon as we see chat's really not moving. But yeah, see what you guys got for us. If we're gonna go ahead and close it out. So I was flabbergasted about those last head taps. Oh, you're talking about the JoJo Carter getting mossed by Finley. Did him dirty. I ain't gonna lie, JoJo. I gotta give you the bell for that. That was bad.
Man, I was so weak when he came in the chat, man.
Yeah, but shout out to JoJo though too, man. He takes it like a real sport, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, I got bagged. It was what it was.
Yeah, that's what he said. I just got bagged.
You got Mars, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. That was funny, man.
JoJo, man, cool cat, man. We see Shady Houston saying top running backs in the nation. I can't speak. I'm sorry, because I control the draft. So I can't tell you that because it'll be giving away who the top backs are in the draft. Off of what you've seen so far a little bit, Rob, I'm waking up. I'm like, what the heck? Why am I losing? But is there any running backs you would like to, talk about that's been piquing
Man,
interest?
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I have not really looked at running backs because my running backs look
Straight.
amazing in M26, and obviously the obvious back, it's obvious, the obvious back
No, you
is that guy out there in Clemson.
you talk about Bo.
So you know, yeah, that's it. The obvious back is that guy out there, yeah, Bo, right? I mean, there's other backs and everything, but I mean, I also don't want to give my hand at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll keep it at that.
So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, can't speak on that, guys. Me personally, we don't have Forbes or Pecan on to throw opinions. That would have been interesting to hear what they had to say about that, their opinions. You know, with Mix being a coach, I'm like you said, don't want to give away too much on other players.
Too much, man. Yeah.
It looks like we're pretty good, man. I don't think guys, got too much to say. Just know what I got to say is Clemson, you better not lose. And UNC gets that dub. Oh my goodness. I'm not bringing Smitty Sin out until we get dubs. That's it.
Man, oh man.
And you do not want Smitty Sin out on episode 7 with a win over the number 1 team in the country. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm already gonna start looking for new tracks to rap over for another 50 Cent instrumental.
that would be the one game Clemson loses, and then they go and win everything and win a natty.
That would be crazy, man. Because I think Brian Robinson is top right now. He thinks Brian Robinson is the top DB in the RFL College Series. He plays for Clemson, for those who don't know. Yes. Elijah Carter, another cornerback.
I got a list of DBs, man. But I have a list of DBs that I think are pretty sweet and that I would like to be on my team.
All right. Well, I think we've got everything, man. Guys, just going back and forth. And, man, what a podcast it's been. Smitty sent back out. Might be in hiding after this Clemson game. But we're going to find out, man. That's it, though, for the RFL podcast. It's your boy Smitty, RFL commissioner, play-by-play commentator. Joined here along with Rob Roby, a.k.a. Mix. And we will see you guys on Monday to open up the game with the first ever head-to-head coach game in the RFL College Series between USC and Daniel Severio's USC Trojans and Patrick Connery's Ohio State Buckeyes. Don't want to miss it. Till then, peace.